Getting into this one, Lima and Jakal. Winner will face Regalo, waiting in the losers finals. Over 217 entrants on this weekend, trying to fight for $5,000 in prizing. Hundreds of games being played here in the esports stadium. Hours of yapping from us. My throat needs a break.
We're the last ones running.
Yeah,
CECC
actually.
just wrapped. We are the last ones standing. We are the marathon runners. We're the ones that are going to take everyone home. Everyone from CECC. We're the ones to sign off from Texas at the end of the bracket. Wouldn't have it any other way with this caliber of players left in the bracket. And Lima up to his usual tricks. Lima-ing nice and early in the game, but Jakal has been improving rapidly throughout this day. Game ones, not his thing admittedly. Drops game ones and then wins the next three. Against Lima, not sure he's going to do that, but
we'll have to see. I mean, this is a matchup we saw in the Cruise, and Jakal, unfortunately, was another victim.
Don't talk about it.
He was another victim of Lima over there on the main stage, so we'll have to see exactly. But granted, Jakal, that all happened yesterday. Jakal's had time to kind of adjust to this matchup for sure, and has definitely evened this one out. As Lima, I mean, Lima had the early percentage lead, but Lima hasn't found much since then. And that's kind of the story with Lima. It's little hits here and there until he finds that one good combo that really cements the lead. And then you might have a couple back and forth, but eventually something like a back air is going to find it. Good angle on the F-tilt, waiting just until that invincibility ran out.
I think you made a good point too. He's been a little bit, I don't want to say like hit and miss, but he's been like hot and cold at certain sections of games. Like he's had games where he two-stocks someone, zero effort, takes 20%, and then there's games where he really can't lay any damage, and then he does that.
Exactly, and then we'll have a situation where he might have that exact same setup and just miss the back air or the up air at the top, and it's like, okay, it happens. I mean, it's a tough character to play. And if anyone has been close to or mastered it, it would be Lima. But still, sometimes, you know, the opponent's got a hand in there with DI, SDI, through all of those combos. Jakal, though, he's unfazed right now.
I love what I'm seeing out of Jakal.
This is game one.
Stepping against Lima, you were down early and you do not care.
We've never seen this in game one from Jakal.
Yeah,
We've actually just never seen him come out so strong in game one and not really have a care in the world about what the opponent is going to try and throw at him. He plays this game. Oh my god, that was nasty. Parry into the up tilt, little dash in between for spacing. But who else but Lima to trade that one back?
Now, Jakal, if you can somehow squeak away with this game one win, you're going to be feeling so damn good in the rest of the series. You're like, listen, I'm used to playing down one. I have a lead finally. Oh my god, I can actually breathe for a half second. Granted, Lima not really going to let you breathe. Now, though, this has been so good for Lima. Talking about not breathing. He is cutting off Jakal's oxygen, all of his blood flow. This guy is getting absolutely dismantled on the last stock, and it's a shame because he played so well, and now it just feels like he's got a lot of work to do to catch up, but still possible.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I was
being nice, but
there's a lot of a gap between these players right now. And Jakal, though, I've seen it before. Good roll back from the F smash. I mean, I talked about in a previous set, Bayo's not necessarily the character that you start throwing out smash attacks with, but when you're able to just catch someone off guard with a hitbox that large, I mean, sometimes it's all you need to just finish the game, and so close. Lima right now looking for it a little bit too high to stay into that combo, though Bat Within saves him for the time being. The jab combo, we've seen that kill at like 120, 170 is almost a guarantee. First game goes over to Lima. Bayo on top right now.
Well, rest in peace to Lima. The 0-1 curse of Jakal.
That's true. I completely forgot because we talked about
the spike.
We talked about how awesome Jakal started that game off with. So the fact that he lost the game may mean that we are going to see a 3-1 and a Jakal Regalo losers finals. But it's up to Lima to stop that.
And I was going to say, this is the hardest the competition has been all day by a country mile. This is the hardest guy to knock off in this side of the bracket so far. So they're going to see what he can cook up. And so far, looking a little similar to how that last stock went.
Starting off the game aggressive too. Lima, similar story to game 2 or to game 1, where He was able to grab an early percentage lead. The question is, once you hit that over greater than 100% area, can you really finish off those combos? Because we're seeing unorthodox methods of killing for sure. Up smash, raw. Wow.
Absolute weapon.
That was real.
Yeah, that's as real as it gets. And Jakal is finding out firsthand Lima and how good he is on the Bayo right now. And he's going to look to keep the combos flowing into the second stock. And the more percentage Lima can get, he knows he's just one hit closer to taking that second stock and completely taking control of the series. To Jakal, he's been down 0-1. Down 0-2 to Lima is a whole nother beast.
Yeah, that's very, very true. It's a tough reverse sweep to have, especially when you lose a stock that early to something like an up smash where you just get completely called out. Game 2, it may be that Lima has found his way into Jakal's head, or at least just figured out how Jakal thinks in terms of Smash Bros.
Yeah, and it seems like the reads continue to be evolving because Lima right now spacing perfectly. It was 147-0, or not 100. He was at like 90 or 100-0 after that last stock was taken, and he has basically gotten all the damage back. Still looking at taking that second stock, but great job by Jakal. Good stock take. Try to stabilize the game just a little bit because that is a mountain you have to climb still.
Yeah, it's something to try and even it out here, right? It's something to bring it closer to even, closer to your favor, if anything. But Lima just not letting a single move even hit him on the second stock right now. Should follow up with the dash attack there from Jakal. Nothing too much after that. Waiting for, almost often waiting for Lima to make the play, which I don't know is the correct decision here as the Wolf.
Lima has shown he's willing to go make the play, so I'm not necessarily sure that is going to be the best idea, but Jakal, map 2 Jakal starting to hit the power spike. Speaking of Jakal, game 2 power spike has been achieved. Now, how much can he do before he inevitably gets knocked off?
Yeah, that's the real question, and that's going to be
barely nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
literally nothing.
So both games, they got it to 1-1-0s, though. So Jakal can feel good about it, but when you're down 0-2, not much to feel good about. It's like, yeah, I came close twice, lost both times.
Yeah, just can't close up against the Bayo right now. In a little bit of the issue. And look at the percent racked up, though.
Yeah.
And remember when I said he had to stop letting Lima make the play?
Yep.
The second he started taking those stocks, he just kept finding his way in, and
gotta be careful, though. You can lose all that back.
Yeah, that's very true. Whoa! Down smash at the ledge, through it. No snap through from Lima. Crazy right there. Jakal, remember when we said the curse might be real? Go down one game as Jakal, could just be 3 straight. And Lima, not the one to stop that so far. Still, 2 games possible to go for either of these players.
And Jakal, dude, both of those games came down to, I don't want to say coin flip because Lima completely owned that third stock in the first game, but Jakal's been hella competitive with every single person he stepped onto today. Gets better as series goes on, which is exactly what you need in a long bracket, in a long day, and in a long series. So great adjustments, great reads, great job. Like you said, go make the play, go create that opportunity, because Lima has opened himself up a couple of times. In the nature of the character, you're going to be able to catch him out a couple of times. You have to maximize those situations, and game 2, Jakal, legend lives on.
Here in game 3, Jakal already starting off, forcing the pressure himself. Although Lima taking a page from some of these previous sets from himself, where maybe he'll just start sending people off the side. Interesting that I would assume Lima would take us to Kalos typically, because that seems like where the counter pick has been for Lima. But this time, after losing that one, we're actually on Smashville. Presumably a strike came through, because we've seen how strong Lima can be on Kalos.
I feel like Jakal was watching that big screen off to our left, and he was like, this guy's undefeated on this map.
Yeah.
And not only, he is absolutely dismantled.
Yeah, and he never has an issue recovering on the stage either.
Yeah, this guy's making 14 highlight plays a game that he's just like, oh yeah, I do this.
Yeah, man, that's my stage, bro. I love Kalos, big Gen 6 guy. But gotta be honest, here in this one, up tilt into back air. don't even know that works, to be honest, because we so often see up tilt, you know, confirmed into other things, trying to start off those bread and butters. But hey, might as well just send in with the back air. Would have been close to the kill there. Jakal using the DI to stay alive for the time being. And trying to keep the percents even. This could be it, though. Dash attack from the Bayo and all the way out to the edge, straight to the blast zone. Exactly where Lima thrives, right beside that blast zone, throwing out aerials.
Yeah, but Jakal is staying competitive. He is staying lockstep with Lima basically every step of the way. The damage was doing, or it was going extremely well for him. Unfortunately, all it takes is a few seconds of Lima's time, and he will distribute maximum punishment over to you. And look at that. That is 100 unanswered percentage with an exclamation point on the end if he can get this elimination.
Keeps making it back to stage.
I think that was a flawless stop.
Lima,
maybe 5%.
90% sure you're right there, Jobin. I mean, we were watching so much power from Lima there in the air, so much just authority over Jakal in general. Possibility of a 3-stock game here if he keeps playing like that, but luckily for Jakal, gonna take that one through with the dash attack. Right, Lima had to get hit eventually.
What? He does?
He does.
The way he plays, you don't tell him that. He's like, I'm going to be off stage, out of sight, out of mind. And then when I show up, I will absolutely take you down, take you out, and we're going to see how the rest of the series goes. But he is definitely sitting in a nice spot, basically up that full stock right now. Has been playing so well on this stage right now. Jakal has played extremely well, right? But that it all takes is that one little moment, the flawless stock, basically. You get comboed extremely hard right after you get taken out earlier on. It makes the game very challenging to play. But Jakal still hanging in there, still not giving up. He is still fighting to the death.
Yeah, even with one stock to his name, does not want to give Lima the series point. Doesn't want to give him the opportunity, and I think, honestly, if Jakal doesn't get caught out by some of those edge guards earlier on, this game would be a lot closer, and even with that, he's able to bring it back. Jakal, this is your time to show that the 3-1 scoreline is definitely possible. Are you for real right now? Am I speaking it into existence, Jobin?
We have to watch what you say moving forward because it's been very scary throughout the entire day. Even yesterday, just joking around, things speak them into existence. Things seem to be happening. Whether you got the Millennium Eye, I'm not sure exactly how you're seeing everything that's coming up. But right now, Jakal 2-1 against Lima. Power Spike has been hit. That's all I got to say about that. Lima right now back is against the wall. Might not get that rematch against Sonics, but if we know Lima, this one has a very good chance of going 5.
Looks like we're straight back to the same stage 2, Smashville.
I can't believe Jakal won that still.
Yeah, I know. Spike through the stage 2. I don't know if it's through the stage or a 2-frame. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes you just can't tell. It's so it's so close in that. On. Yeah, I know. But the thing is too, someone like the Wolf too, like the claw marks are such a large hitbox that it could just be going through the stage very possible.
Yeah, I mean you just saw it right there.
Yeah,
9 feet wide, 6 feet tall. So
that's the sweet spot. So
yeah, Wolf definitely getting those claws sharpened every single match right now. And Lima down 2-1. Your bracket run is on the line. Yes, you won MVP. Yes, you destroyed everybody in Cruz. You won the CECC Commissioner's Trophy. But we are in singles, losers, semis. You have got to dig deep and find what you've been looking for. You've had a lot of success. I'm still kind of surprised he lost the last game, but you got to give credit to Jakal. This guy has been playing on fire. And honestly, the resilience of him, he's been down in every series. He's had a lot of bad moments, and then he just picks himself up and he goes to work.
A lot of debate about really where this matchup should be sided, but for the most part, it seems like probably just considered an even one, maybe a little bit Wolf-sided. Jakal right now up, but Lima, never say die. This is a man with grit, integrity, a tenure behind him in the scene. I could keep going with the adjectives. He's going to keep himself in this one for as long as possible. He's not going to give anything up for free. Jakal, he's got to work for it.
Yeah, to be fair, Jakal's had to work for everything he's gotten to the bone basically the entire day. Nothing has come easy to this guy, and I think he kind of likes it that way. It makes it so much better when you can actually get that win, overcome an obstacle. So if you can step onto the server and take down Lima in what a game that you are now leading, what a statement for you as a player.
For sure. And in this one. It seems like Lima has just really made the adjustments in this game, although Jakal still finding stocks, don't get me wrong. And I never want to count him out because the past 2 games that Jakal has won have had Lima with like a 2-stock lead at some point.
Yeah, an up percentage,
or 1 stock.
up 2 stock. Yeah, either way, he was in commanding positions both times, and that's the nature of this game, man. As long as you keep it close, you keep yourself competitive, you're gonna have a damn good chance to take a stock, take a win. Stuff happens, you make a mistake, 1 mistake can get punished, 2 of the 9s, and Jakal right now standing lockstep with Lima, and you'd love to see it.
There, up tilt to back air this time. Gonna hit him with the hitbox that he wants and confirms it. Back up, double up B, always gotta love it. Lima, never a doubt that he's gonna make it back to stage, actually. Unless there is another player actively trying to stop him. Are you for real right now?
Yeah, put him in the dirt. That's a statement. Game 4. Step off me, son. We're going to Game 5. I want that rematch with Sonics. I want to keep going. And if you're Jakal, man, you tip your cap. You say, listen, I got to dial in for Game 5. It's about to be a bloodbath.
Lima cannot find himself away from the Game 5 sets, but being down to 1 and being able to take it in a fashion like that, finds the one hit,
endings
the
to these
one
games?
opening, and like, if you notice too, he snuck the dive kick in there, which he had not used in like any of those combos up until them. Had used it to like throw hitboxes out there, get back to stage, things like that. But in this series specifically, has yet to really integrate it into combos, and then we just see some crazy freestyle off the side of the stage.
Listen, we have been saying it all day. Whatever way you need to win to get this done and get that bracket run improving, they will do whatever it takes. They'll take any out they can get right now, and it's going to be a nice early game for Jakal. We've seen both games. Honestly, every game has been either Jakal comes off, hair on fire, Lima just comes off, gets that stock right away. So I have no idea how this matchup's going to play. The endings of these games have been wild, as is watching the 2-stock lead basically get evaporated, then watching how that game ended. This has been insane back and forth, and Jakal strikes first.
This is Game 5. Forget about everything that has happened previously. Think of this as us playing a best-of-1. Winner, well, not takes all, but takes themselves to that loser's final to Regalo.
Might be prize money, though, too.
In wait, yeah, there should be more prize money in that one. Getting yourself to 2nd and or 3rd, depending on where you place in that loser's final. But this is what matters right now. The game in front of you. Stock lead for Jakal is fantastic to see for him right now, because it's something that last game would not have even been in the cards.
And he got it at 3%. It was a basic flawless first stock, and we saw him get flawless stock, I think, a little earlier in the day, or maybe earlier in the matchup with Lima, but he has flipped the script completely, and he is honestly, this is the most dominant game we have seen out of Jakal, and he picked a pretty good time to step up.
Yeah. Game 5, you gotta step up.
Game 5, Lima, loser semis, tournament on the line. I'm him.
Lima using everything in his disposal every time to make it back to the stage, even if it has to end with an air dodge. Just keep it safe, not allow Jakal to find any cheeky spikes or cheeky edge guards or anything like that. Recover from low, know that you're safe there. Use everything at your disposal.
I like seeing the measured approach from Jakal now. Knowing what's at stake, knowing he's already got a lot of damage in, no extra risk, not playing quite as aggressive, quite as frantic as he was earlier. This is a very measured, very composed game for someone that is in the depths of a Game 5 against an absolute beast.
I like the way that Jakal is sneaking in the side Bs as well on his way back. That's Lima going deep for the edge guard, though. Well, somehow
Loki helped him out.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, the nair kind of helped out in the end there. Sent him back, and of course Lima close to follow. I think Jakal was looking for maybe like a quick little forward tilt or something. Little 1-2.
127 on Lima. Jakal sitting at a nice crisp 0-2 stock, so it's even as far as stocks, but if Jakal can grab a nice quick elimination here, he is going to be set up beautifully to close the Game 5, and he will find the second stock, 7% to his name, 2 stocks to Lima's 1. Game 5, losers, semis, winner moves on, and the loser, CECC Made Madness, will be it done for you.
Yeah, this is... It's losers. Everyone left is in losers except for Sonics waiting in winner's side of that grand finals. This game is what matters most for your tournament run, whether you be Lima, whether you be Jakal. Jakal right now, of course, having the advantage a one-stock lead is something he's kept pretty well all game. And he's playing very safe about it. I do like this, okay?
I love it. I actually love this approach out of him. He's doing such a good job changing the pace of play, playing super aggro into Lima the first couple games. Then you take your foot off the gas just a little bit, try to start to change up the pace, change of direction, keep Lima guessing it. He has kept Lima at arm's reach the entire game 5 right now. Lima has had a couple nice moments, but Jakal has just been controlling the pace.
95% up to 100 could be the last hit to finish that off. Lima,
this is scary.
Not there to confirm the stock, to lock it in. And Jakal locked in right now on the game. And I think if he just gets back kind of to his ways of being the one to start the combo, just get in there, throw some nairs out. It's worked so well for you. Even something like a dash attack as well. Burst options are great. Can also try to play the laser game a little bit more rather than just jumping from plat to plat, but nonetheless, the decisions are working out well for Jakal right now.
Dude, he is in position to win this game. If he were to somehow lose this game, I'm going to go give that guy a hug because this will be absolutely heartbreaking. But Lima now, back is against the wall. He's got handcuffs on him basically half of this game. Jakal still sitting on 2 stocks, sitting pretty in the top of the penthouse. Just has to land one more solid shot, and that could be Lima's tournament life. 140 plus basically off that right side, even percent. Can Jakal find the finish?
You know that jab combo is going to kill. We've seen it enough time in the series. Lima still in the position. We know this is Bayonetta in the position to absolutely send this Wolf off stage. And the thing about Wolf is you don't even have to send him into the blast zone. You just have to get him into a tough enough situation that Wolf can't recover with, you know, the slightly lackluster recovery that Wolf does have.
Dude, if I'm Jakal, I'm going to say I'm getting very scared, but he will knock down Lima in losers semis. Tournament run over. MVP dethroned in singles. Will not be collecting 2 chips on the evening. What an absolute banger of a series, all 5 games, and Jakal game 2 power spike, man. This is legendary. This is mythical stuff going on.
Lima sent home. Granted, the first time that Jakal actually went to game 5 and it wasn't a 3-1, and part of that was off of Lima's just insane